What's going on YouTube? It's Ben, and in this video, we're going to talk about candidates. What's going on YouTube? It's Ben, and on this channel, I vlog every single day about recruitment, entrepreneurship, business, pretty much everything in between. And if you like those kind of topics, you should definitely become a subscriber by smashing that red subscribe button down below. So when I decided to make this video about candidates, I was thinking all about you. Yes, you guys. Those of you that have come to me with questions about policies, procedures, processes, protocol, everything about candidates that you need to know. Now, I know that you guys are not all in my inbox, but in my inbox, I do get stuffed with emails about what do I do with this candidate? What do I say to this candidate? What's right? What's wrong? How do I deal with the scenario? All of that. And so I decided we would just make a quick little video on everything you need to know about candidates, policies, procedures, and how to work with candidates in recruiting. Now, obviously, we can't cover every single item about candidates. However, we can cover 5. So, number 1, treat your candidates as well as you treat your clients. If you don't have a candidate for a client, you're just a person that has a client and you're pretty much useless. You need to get really good candidates for your clients. Now, on to number 2. You do need to have clients first before you go get a bunch of candidates. So yes, I'll say it again, I've said it before, but to all of you that are brand new out there, that are searching far and wide, posting ads, doing whatever you're doing, finding all these crazy candidates that are ready to go and just vetting them, interviewing them with no client in sight, no agreement signed, no nothing, please stop. If you are doing this, you are wasting so much of your time, it's literally not even funny. Only the pros that know how to find the best candidates. It's called MPC, most placeable candidate, meaning literally anyone will hire them. If you take them to a hiring manager, they'll hire them on the spot, sign an agreement, and get it done. Only if you're a pro, you should be doing this. You should not be finding candidates before clients. If you're brand new, find clients, then find candidates. Here's another tip. Be super honest and transparent with your candidates. Don't send them to jobs that will not meet their expectations. As recruiters, we've got tons of candidates and a lesser amount of clients. But the clients that we do have, we want to match them up with the right candidate. Oftentimes we'll talk to candidates that want to make a certain amount of money, or they want benefits, or they want special perks, or whatever it is. We need to meet their expectations because they can go anywhere and work with any recruiter they want. So here's the deal. You must meet their expectations. Do not send them to a place that will not meet their expectations. You will end up having to replace them, and nobody wants to do that. My third tip about candidates for you is definitely do not judge a book by its cover when it comes to candidates. There is literally nothing you know about this candidate other than they either applied to a job ad that you put up or you saw a really cool looking LinkedIn profile. That's it. You absolutely must learn how to thoroughly and effectively and properly screen and vet candidates before you send them to clients ever. Now, if you're a brand new recruiter, you should understand that this is an art. It's a learned skill. It's something that you pick up over time. Lucky for me, when I began in recruiting, I had formerly been in sales, so I have a pretty good knack for reading people and understanding their mannerisms, the way they talk, whether they're lying to me, and whether they're embellishing or something like that. But this is an art. It's something that you learn over time. If you ask any veteran recruiter, they'll tell you that it's something that you totally pick up over a period of time in recruiting. So let's say we're hunting for salespeople. Fair enough, right? So let's say 10 salespeople send you their resumes. First thing you need to do is read all 10 of those resumes in their entirety, top to bottom. You need to learn every single thing that they've put in that resume before you can actually engage that candidate. This is going to do 2 things for you. This will give you a general idea of who they say they are and a general background about them, just of where they've been, where they've worked, what they've done. Then you get into the thorough vetting process after that. The second thing you do after that is you need to conduct a detective-like interview. Yes, I did say detective. You need to get CIA on these candidates. Question your candidates. Question them on every single thing that's on their resume. Ask them questions over and over. Ask them the same question 3 different ways. Find out whether they're lying to you or not. Figure out if they're the real deal, especially if they're in sales or marketing or something like that. Find out if they actually delivered the metrics they have on their resume. Find out if they actually were an integral part of the team that developed a $3 million project and made the company $500 million. Figure out what they're all about. Be a real detective. This is what will prove a good recruiter from a bad recruiter. My 4th tip on candidates is to not send candidates to clients just for the sake of sending candidates to clients. Now, I know I mentioned this in my good recruiter versus bad recruiter video, but you absolutely need to be sure you're sending good quality candidates to your clients. Otherwise, you will be cut off by your clients immediately. I mean, seriously, just think about it. Your clients literally only pay you to find them great talent so they don't have to do it themselves. If you don't do that for them, you're useless to them and they will not pay you anymore or use you at all anymore. And even worse, could spread your name around as a bad recruitment firm. If that becomes your reputation, it's totally going to be bad news bears and you're definitely not going to be happy about it. It only takes 1 extra second to ask that extra question, to press them on an issue, to check that reference, to figure out if you're actually sending the best quality candidate that you can to your client. It means everything. It means your entire business relationship with that client. Now, my 5th tip on candidates is to always keep a relationship and an open line of communication with your candidate. So this is a little tip I picked up when I first started my agency, and it's almost 100% psychological, and I'll explain why. So you've totally got to understand that a job change is a really big deal for the candidate. To you, it might just be one more placement, one more notch on the belt, whatever, end of your month, another number, a paycheck, but to them it's a really big deal. And candidates get kind of skittish and weird when they go through really big transitions in their life. You really want to make sure that your candidate feels like they have an advocate, a friend, someone that they can talk to about this big transition they're going through, someone that they can bounce ideas off of, someone they can check in with, talk about the transition, discuss questions, reassure them, all sorts of things like that. Be their friend, be their advocate during this process. It's really important that you keep this relationship. Obviously, one of the biggest reasons you want to keep a tight line of communication with your candidate is because if you don't, they might just up and quit on you without saying a word. If you have a good relationship with them and you communicate constantly, you could cut that off way in advance. Maybe they're telling you, hey, this job wasn't what I was expecting, or hey, I don't really like the environment right now, some things need to change. And you can have conversations with the client, you can work things out and make sure that they stay. And so long as they're inside their guarantee period, you want to be tightly communicating with your candidate as long as they're there so they don't quit on you and you don't have to make a replacement. Alright guys, if you implement those 5 principles on candidates, you'll definitely be ahead of the game and you'll definitely be making more money. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button down below, subscribe, hit the alert button so you know every time I come out with a new video, which is pretty much every single day. So I will be catching you tomorrow. Until then,